Coronation Street star exposes Margaret Thatcher's true colors after awkward meeting. Exclusive. Margaret Thatcher's first radio interview came about because of a Corrie star. Former Coronation Street star Nigel Havers, who played conman Lewis Archer in the long-running ITV soap On and Off for a decade until his character was killed off in 2019, has opened up about his encounter with Margaret Thatcher while working as a researcher on The Jimmy Young Show. Prior to finding fame as an actor, the now 74-year-old star worked for the BBC for 9 years, serving under the legendary radio personality. During his tenure there, he scored a scoop by securing Margaret Thatcher's first radio interview, which gave him the chance to get to know the Iron Lady before the chat. Speaking exclusively to Express UK, he reflected on that period. "It wasn't my idea. It was my dad's idea." His father is Sir Michael Havers, a barrister who served as the Attorney General for England and Wales, as Margaret Thatcher had just been made head of the Conservative Party, therefore head of the opposition. "So one production meeting, I said, wouldn't it be a good idea if we had Margaret Thatcher? And I tell you, and everybody shot me down, so I thought, I won't say that again." However, persuaded by his father, he continued to press the issue, and they eventually said yes to the suggestion. This then required Nigel to actually put the proposal to Margaret herself. "I went to see Margaret Thatcher in the House of Commons, and I read out all the questions," he recalled. "I wrote out 30 questions with Jimmy to ask her. She looked at them and after a pause, she said, 'I'll answer questions 2, 7, 15, 26 and 29, and then off you go,'" he laughed. "It came to the morning of doing the show, and Jimmy was so hacked off with me, he was saying, 'Oh my God, I wish I had never agreed.'" He eventually arrived with just one bodyguard, and Jimmy Young got up, looking like thunder, looked at her, and I swear to God, he fell in love with her there and then. And they sat down for a 15-minute interview that went on for nearly 58 minutes. It was a sensational interview, and he was just brilliant. I've never seen him be so good. And he just fell in love with her, and she with him, and she then came back every year, for years, Nigel revealed. Of course, Nigel's radio research days are a long way behind him now, and his latest job sees him take his one-man show on a tour of the UK throughout this year. Asked what people can expect, he simply says, "Me." Elaborating, he said, "I'm 74, and people kept saying, 'You must do your one-man show,' and I thought, 'No, I'm far too young.'" He erupts into laughter. "Then I realized that I wasn't."